Welcome to the Stizzy Chronicles, where I, Stizzy, chronicle my life as an RV newbie. Now recently, I was outside the RV and I noticed that water was dripping from the vehicle. At the time, I was filling up my freshwater tank and I had just turned on the hot water in order to wash the dishes. Now, could the cause of the leak be because I was filling the tank? I don't know. Or was it because the heater's leaking? I don't know. Hopefully today we can figure out what the problem is. So come on and hang out with me while I pull out the power tools and bust some holes in these walls.
Working on me. Working on getting better. Working on me. Working on getting better.
Now, when I first discovered that water was dripping from the RV, one of the things that I did do was start opening up some of the cabinets so I can see into the walls. That's when I noticed that the water heater did have some water around the area. I still don't know exactly where it's coming from or why there's water in that area. But in order to see a lot better into those walls, today I'm actually going to use an endoscope. This is an item that I've had for the longest, just haven't opened it, but today is definitely the day to finally use it. Now with this endoscope, it wasn't sent to me. I actually purchased it a while ago, and I purchased it because at the time it was the cheapest standalone endoscope that I could find when I was looking. Now they do have endoscopes that you can use and attach it to your phone, but I've purchased one of those before in the past, and as soon as I got a new phone, that particular endoscope no longer worked. Well, it worked, it just didn't work with my phone anymore. Another reason why I went with a standalone as opposed to one that can be attached to a phone where you have to download an app, etc., is some of the reviews actually made a good point where people who had purchased endoscopes for their phone wasn't too happy about the app that came along with it. They also weren't happy with some of the terms and conditions as far as privacy goes. And after reading that, that's when I decided to go with a standalone device. Granted, it costs more money, but at least I don't have to download an app and I don't have to share my email. I already got enough spam email. I have already opened this up and charged it. I just haven't used it yet. So we have our scope, which is attached to a little viewing screen. When I first received it months ago, I did power it on just to make sure it worked. There's a little light at the end. You can see. Can you see me? Yeah, you can see me. We'll power that off. It also came with a charging cable, and some extra gadgets and gadgets or accessories. Let's see what these are. So I believe a lot of people use these for automotive care. For me, I'm gonna use it to get behind the walls of the RV. One with a little mirror, one with, I don't even know, a hook. Just looking at the instructions will give me a little more insight. So it comes with some fixing devices, a hook, a magnet, and a mirror. Oh, okay, that's what that's for. That's good to know. Some functions of the device. It looks like it can be in color or black and white. LED adjustment. You can do some contrast changing, zoom in, rotating, zooming out. So I don't know anything about this company outside of the fact that I believe it probably had more than 4 stars online. I purchased it from Amazon, and as I mentioned at the time, it was just one of the cheapest ones that I can get that came as a, an actual viewing device, and then the scope itself. It is cheaper to purchase one of the setups that attach to your phone. I just didn't want to have to deal with downloading any additional apps. Now, since I already took the paneling off on some of my cabinets, I will have access to the water heater. I can also look at the area in the RV where the power supply is, because water was accumulating in that area. I'll be able to look under the sink, and I'll also be able to look underneath the toilet, because that looked like there may have been some water dripping. It may not be a lot, and it may not be the cause of the dripping that was outside of the RV, but I still want to get a good look at what's going on inside of that. I also have some power tools just in case. There we go. Just in case we need to bust some walls open. Well, I guess not necessarily bust the walls open, but remove a few screws in order to get deeper into the walls. And then get a real good look at things with this endoscope. So as of now, the water heater is off. The water pump is off. There's barely any water in the fresh water tank. Go ahead and grab the endoscope, power tools. And we're going to start from the back, meaning the bathroom, and make our way to the front. Might be important. Oh, okay. And that's how I do it. Stick something in there, maybe. Can't remember how I got the thing off the first time. Not the right side. Too big? Well, where's S2? So S2 just missing on all of them. Well, good job, buddy. That'll do. There's that bit of water near that black cap. Right there. A little bit of water there, so that black cap is leaking. But let's see what's inside here. I'm already scared. Hold on. This is the beginning of every horror movie. Okay. What was that? It's not. Oh, that dust? Guess so. Is that water? That definitely. That look wet, right? That look like water. Why it look like there's wood that's broken up in here? What was they doing? Okay. What are you? What is that? This is kind of fun and scary at the same time. Make sure I got Buku. Okay, here we go. Well, there's some wiring. Good to know. It's a whole piece of wood in here. I'm trying to understand what was the purpose. What is the reason? Hmm. Let's see, when I try to go too far to the left, that's when I feel like I'm just hitting a wall. So I don't know what's happening on this side of things because I can't quite get to it. Okay, well, I don't think this is the main cause of all the water. However, there's definitely some water dripping from this little cap. I don't think it's a major issue, but something that does need to be addressed. Let's go into the kitchen now. This is the area where we were already exploring when we first discovered there was some water. Now we'll have the endoscope to just look a tad bit closer. Okay. So we learned that this is the water heater. We know that. Let's see if we can identify. I guess the good thing is it doesn't look like it's a lot of water. At least a lot of water damage, I think. If anybody has an RV, is this an acceptable amount of water damage, or should I be concerned? Same for over here. Looked like there was some water issues in this area as well. Okay, more power, I guess. I see wires. Once again, good to know. Put a right side up just in case that's stressing somebody out. Okay, now we know that this black thing is connected to my shore power. And this is where it seems like we see some water. Gross. Gross. I don't like how that looks at all. Okay, so it looks like a lot of this water, the water heater's over here. But it doesn't look like it's coming from the water heater, which is, I suppose, a good thing. I'm not seeing a lot of water near there. And mind you, the RV is not leveled. So if anything, water should be pooling towards the front of the RV in this direction. But it looks like it's coming from further back and making its way up here. So we'll continue to look at some more stuff back here. As of now, I'm not sure it's coming from the water here. I think it may be originating from somewhere else. Let's try to get further back with this wire. It's bendy, but I still don't have enough control of it. Obviously, this is my first time using it. I'm not a professional. I feel like I'm not seeing enough of the scene. I'm gonna get everything open now. Everything's coming out. Nope. Nope. Maybe. We're getting there. Hold on. Got it. There we go. Okay. I think we need to take the top one out. Let's go. Gotta move the bag full of bags. I don't understand. Where is it coming from? Where is the water coming from? We're going to try to figure this out with the big boy lights. Got all that water down there landing on the top of this black box. I mean, maybe that's the problem. Can't explain why water or this would be wet any other way. And it just look like it's falling down the box into this bottom area. That's all I can take from this. Now, it doesn't feel wet now, so let me turn on the water. Turn on the water pump. Turn on the sink. And see if anything dribbles down. Anything happened? Any new developments? I don't know. What do you think? I feel like the water that I'm seeing in here is not connected to the water that I'm seeing outside. I think it's two separate situations, two separate problems. Used my little endoscope, pulled out the actual lights. I do feel like the water that I'm seeing in here is not related to outside. So, the hunt continues. Unfortunately, using the endoscope did not help me determine where the water is coming from, but that's not the end of this journey. We will continue to troubleshoot. The next thing that we will try is repairing the city and freshwater inlets. So stay tuned for those videos, and I'll see you next time.